A very pleasant day to you, ladies and gentlemen. So, you have closed on your house and you have moved in. You're busy trying to get settled in, and here comes a knock on your door. There is a guy standing there, clipboard and pen in hand. He's here for business, so you open the door. We have a great deal on solar panels, he tells you. Sign up today and get this great deal along with a large government incentive, which will significantly reduce the price of your solar, or it could even be free. He smiles and seems friendly, so you let him in. You listen intently to the sales pitch. It sounds interesting. You could potentially get the system for free and have no electric bill. This is good. So you answer a series of questions about the house and show him the light bill that you have already received so far. He wants to check your usage. He then proceeds to write up an agreement. This is where you should start thinking with your brain and not your heart. Remove all emotions and don't allow anyone to rush you through any sales process. Slow down, breathe, and think. Under no circumstance should anyone make any agreement under such conditions. Unless the world is about to come to an end, there is time to take the agreement, tell them you will get back with them, and read it carefully. Make sure you understand everything, ask questions, and do your own research. Shop around and get quotes from other companies. Are the price, product, and service comparable? Ask the same questions of all the companies that you call and make notes so that you can make an informed decision. After all, this decision is almost as big as your decision to buy this house. You'll see what I mean farther into this video. Here are some questions that you'll need to get answers to before making your decision. The first question is, will I be completely off the grid? You can be totally off the grid, but you'll need to purchase batteries, which can be very expensive depending on the size of the system and the number of batteries that you need. If you don't have batteries, then you must be on the grid. And at this point, you cannot disconnect from the grid because you will have a contract with the power company to pay a monthly connection fee, also known as a service fee. I understand that this is minimal, but ask the salesperson and note the answer that he gives you. Additionally, there is a third option where you can be on the grid, but with a few batteries for backup when the power goes out. Again, ask the salesperson and have him explain all three options and make sure you understand. The next question is, will I have electricity if the power goes out? No, you will not. If the power goes out, your power goes out also. However, if you have batteries, you will have power since your power is stored in your batteries. Ask the salesperson about this and make notes. The next question, will my electric bill go down? There are lots of factors at play here. So the answer is more than likely, but by how much will depend on, but is not limited to the following. Number 1, where do you live? If you have lots of sun year-round, you will generate more electricity than the people who live in colder climates where there isn't as much sun. In a case where less electricity will be generated from the panels, the electric company will still have to supply you with power, resulting in not much savings or possibly none at all. It could potentially cost you more since you will be getting a large electric bill even though you have paid for solar power. So watch out and do your own homework. Ask the salesperson about this. Number 2, if you have lots of trees or tall buildings nearby blocking the sun, you will have the same situation as item 1, where your panels will not be generating enough power, causing you to have less savings on your electric bill. Number 3, are you consuming more electricity than you are producing? Here are some factors that could cause this. If you have lots of large appliances that runs all day and night, if you have an electric vehicle outlet, if you have a heated pool, is it that time of year where there is less sunlight, example fall or winter? Those could be factors. Number 4, is the system that you purchased still the right size for you because you have expanded on your house or purchased additional large appliances, resulting in the consumption of more power than you are generating? Number 5, are your panels facing south like they are supposed to? Next question, how much will the system cost me? There's a range here. It can be anywhere from $15,000 up to $80,000 or more, depending on what you are getting and the size of your home. Other costs could be for installation, permit, inspection, structural assessment if needed, changing your roof depending on how old the roof is, changing out your electrical box, changing to a smart bidirectional meter, monitoring system and upgraded internet service if the system will be monitored, and so forth. Let the salesperson give you a cost breakdown and let him explain the monitoring and the internet upgrade also. Your next question should be, is solar really for me? You'll get the answer to this question when your regular electric bill is analyzed. Just be patient until you get a few months' bills. There is no rush. If your bill is very low and you're only after cost savings, then solar might not be for you. Ask the salesperson and note what he tells you. Your next question is, how long does the system and the panels last? Not forever. In addition to maintaining them at a cost, at some point you'll need to replace them. Ask the salesperson about the lifetime of the system. Also, ask about the batteries if you are choosing to go off-grid. Next question should be about the cancellation policy. Ask the salesperson how long after signing do you have to cancel if you change your mind. An example that I have read states, you can cancel up to 3 days after signing. If you miss that window, there is a fee of $3,000 or 10% of the total cost depending on which is less. So find out what will happen if you are not able to pay that cancellation fee if you change your mind and you don't have the funds. Be informed. Let's talk about the hidden things that you should know. These are things that the salesperson might not discuss with you. And if you don't know someone who has panels to give you that information, you will not know until it's too late. So let's get into this part. With the salesperson gone, we're going to do some homework. The information that I'm about to give you is what I know firsthand from being in the real estate industry. I have seen it, read it, and heard it, so please trust me on this. If you live in a community with a homeowners association, also known as a HOA, check with them first. You may need written permission from them, as they will likely have installation restrictions. Depending on the state that you're in, the HOA cannot prevent you from having solar panels, as some of them might try to do. An example is Florida's Title 11 163.04. It reads, Florida forbid any entity, including homeowners associations, from prohibiting the installation of solar or other renewable energy devices. They can require approval and establish restrictions for installation. Example, determining where the panels can be installed as long as they face within 45 degrees south. If the HOA tries to deny you, check with your state and your county offices. Next point, check with your homeowner's insurance company. They might not be willing to insure your home or cancel your policy as soon as they find out that solar is on your house. Some insurers will raise your premium significantly since you have to insure the home and insure the system also. So call your insurance agent and speak to them and get answers before you make your decision. The next person you need to check with is your tax collector's office. Your tax bill could potentially increase. If you are financing, call them and find out what factors would result in an increase in your property taxes. This will definitely need to be done if your loan will be through the PACE program, because your loan will be tied to your property taxes. The PACE registered lender will pay the solar company and then forward the bill to the county to be added to your yearly tax bill. The next person that you will need to speak with is your income tax preparer. Find out how the tax credit works and what factors could prevent you from qualifying. You'll have to pay the entire cost of the system upfront and then file for the credit on your tax return the following year if you qualify for the tax credit. If you are getting a loan, you will be financing the amount owing, which comes with an interest rate over a certain number of months. Just like your mortgage loan, the interest could be compound interest, which means it is calculated daily. So do your math, compare the finance charge with the tax credit, and see if it makes sense. Example, if the incentive is $10,000 and the finance charge on your loan at the end of the loan period is $25,000, then are you really getting a discount? Alternatively, some lenders do have simple interest loans. It will be explained in your loan agreement. If the system is not installed properly, you could end up with a leaky roof, so make sure you know who will be responsible for the roof repair. Speak to the salesman, ask him, make sure you get an answer in writing if possible. Ask your questions so you know for sure, because it is not going to be in the contract and you will be signing that contract. The warranty covers the system, not your roof. So make sure you have the answers as to who will be responsible for fixing your roof if it becomes leaky. When the time comes to replace your roof, it could be very costly since a solar company will have to remove the panels and then replace them after the roof is installed. So find out what the potential cost could be to remove and replace the panels. Next, if the company goes out of business, which does happen, the warranty will be voided. This will result in you having to pay for any unforeseen mishaps. The next thing that you'll need to know, if you decide to sell your house, make sure that you can find the contract. Your listing real estate agent will need to take a look at it and must inform the potential buyers if there is a loan, which means that there is a lien which resulted from you signing a purchase agreement and a promissory note. The buyers will have to get clear title, so that lien will have to be paid off from your proceeds, also known as the profits from the sale of your house. The lien is what is called a cloud on your title, and the house cannot be sold or refinanced unless it is cleared. I just want to make sure that you heard me say refinance. Yes. If you decide to refinance, a new lender is not going to take over your financing with a cloud on the title. It will have to be cleared. The next thing that you'll need to know is that if you finance your solar system through the PACE program and you are selling your house, notice must be provided to the city about the change of ownership prior to the change. And the new owner must apply to be a program participant and sign a new interconnection agreement. So check with your city or your county. Also, let the salesperson explain this for you if he is going to set you up with a PACE lender. Finally, let's talk about getting the system for free. Number 1, nothing is free. Number 2, nothing is free. And number 3, that's right, nothing is free. You could get a discount through the federal government and or through your state and local municipality if you qualify. Ask the salesperson to explain and make sure you understand. You may also qualify for a 100% financing loan. Nothing down does not mean free. So let him clarify what he means by free. And remember, all the incentives and discounts that are being offered comes with the words, if you qualify. Thank you for sticking with me this far. I hope you find this information helpful and it has enabled you to make an informed decision about your solar journey. All the best.